Hello here, welcome back to my channel. And yes, I think I can wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, if you're celebrating, whatever you're celebrating. Yeah, I'm already too enthusiastic here. If you're watching this in the summer or whenever, then just have a nice day. Anyways, today's it's the 24th of December, so happy Christmas Eve. It's actually the day in Germany where like the big celebration thing is going on. We're exchanging the presents and all that stuff. That's at the 24th here. This year it will be very small for me, just with my parents. Usually like I'm with all of my sisters and all that stuff, but not because of COVID, not because of that, but just because they decided to celebrate with their family and then within their family, and now I don't have my own family, I don't have children or a husband or something. That's why I'm just stuck, not stuck, but you know, with my parents, and then tomorrow I will see this part of the family and the other part of the family. So it will be a little bit different, but something that won't be different is I will opening up the calendars now. Okay. Number 24 is like super difficult to find because it's directly here. I know that. Okay. So it's the last one in the black baggie here. So that means it's one of the Disney Zoom Zoom things. Okay, the last one. Let's see who we have. By the way, I'm wearing my Mickey ears today just because it's Christmas and I'm allowed to do whatever I want. It's not a particularly Disney themed video, but I haven't worn these this Vlogmas at all. So what's the pin? What is it? Oh my gosh, the back stoppers are so tight with these ones. Okay, let's put it on. Oh, that's cute. And this one I immediately recognize as Stitch. Yay! Because I actually love Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch. I mean, not Stitch in particular, but the movie, I really love it. And it's a really nice representation. Like, Stitch looks very cute. I mean, he looks very cute anyways, but in Tsum Tsum form as well. Like, you know, this one here, this soda can pin also is supposed to be Stitch. So, okay, now I know it. I would never have thought of that. But this one, yes. So with Stitch, I could now also say Malakilikimaka, right? Isn't that the Hawaiian Christmas saying? So next calendar. Because I have to hurry actually a little bit. Now I'm talking like that isn't hurrying, but I have to tell you. Like yesterday, I told you I have to sew. But want to bake cookies and want to wrap the presents. I was able to finish the sewing, so all the Christmas presents are ready. I was able to bake the cookies, but I have not decorated them, and I was not able to wrap the presents. So that's still due today. But as I said, today we're just celebrating like Christmas Eve with my parents, so it's only wrapping the presents for my parents today, and then tomorrow in the morning I also have time to wrap the rest of the presents for the rest of the family, so I think I'm okay. I have to think about what I'm watching while wrapping the presents actually. Where is it? Ah yeah, okay. Today, 24th of December, so we have the big ass pink leopard pouch. I love pink leopard. I love leopard print anyways, so. And pink, my favorite color. Ooh, that's a big one. It's a big boy. Ah, okay. Okay, the Disney theme at least made a little bit more sense now. Because it's wrapped like a mummy in this thing. But we've got a figurine, and it's a Disney one. We've got Lotso Hugging Bear from Toy Story 3. I love Toy Story, as you might have noticed, with some of my Toy Story costumes that I've done, and in general, like, it's about toys, you know. How could I not love that movie franchise? No, but really, I really enjoy the Toy Story movies. Like, and Toy Story 3 is probably my second favorite. I love the second one the most when Jessie gets introduced, but like, and Lotso is such a good villain, really. Psychopath, you could kind of say, and also his story is kind of tragic, but then he overreacts like completely, and that makes like this villain, I mean, look at his eyebrows, like haha. Okay, he looks cool. I have no idea what kind of figurine that is. I mean, he can move his head. I found him at a flea market. I didn't show it to you. I think it's not in one of the videos, but it's the same flea market or the same like big pile of toys where I, for example, where is one? Where I also found like these Twoozies, for example, or where I found all of those Chopkins. Like I also found the Lotso there. And I have a very small, like I have a Toy Story collection in general, where I try to collect the toys in the real size. So that would mean I would need also a plush Lotso. But I also have a small collection where the toys are around, like, I don't know, they're not in the real sizes altogether. Their sizes like vary, but they are all around 5 to 10 centimeters big, let's say it like this. And now I can put my Lotso to this collection. Does it say something? Disney, Pixar, Mattel? No idea. I could think of that he is one of those figurines that you get, you know, sometimes in the Disney store, but would that be Mattel? I don't know. And they are selling these like boxes where like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, and characters, oops, of this size of Disney movies like are in, and would have been Woody and and Bo Peep and I don't know. And lots of wood maybe have been in there. I could think of that this is a figurine from these collections. Like him a lot. Lotso, Hugging Bear. Obviously he doesn't smell like a strawberry. I wish he did. But it's actually quite nice. Oops, it's a nice like turn around to the video that comes up next, you know, toys, I mean. But in general, like memories of toys and toys that you had as a child, stuff like that, huh? Because for today I decided to get out some footage that is actually quite old, means from summer. I filmed this video, it will be 2-part video, 1 part today, the other part tomorrow, because otherwise it's too long. I filmed this in June or July, I don't know, maybe in June or something. And I never got around, like at first, editing the footage, and then suddenly I think I lost the footage, like I thought at least, because I couldn't find it anymore. I was like, where is it? Oh my god, I think I deleted it, and then was like, okay, just forget about this. And like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something, I stumbled upon this footage because I put it somehow at my external drive, because like my computer doesn't have so much space like to have all those videos on it, so I put this footage like on my external drive, and I stumbled upon it there, and I was like, okay, I was so thoughtful of putting it there, over there, and completely forgot about it. And now I thought, hey, if I have not like enough like new footage for all Vlogmas, then I could maybe edit this footage. And of course it's a little bit outdated, because sometimes I say things like, and this was my childhood toy, but I don't have it yet again, or something like that. And now maybe I have it already, because I got some more of my childhood ponies, for example, or of my childhood Polly Pockets. Stuff like that might be a little bit outdated. And also the way I filmed, I mean not the way, but sometimes the way I show things to the camera, it's a little bit more blurred. I have learned things since then a little bit more, so bear with me. It's a little bit of an older footage, but the rest is still like, of course, but the rest of course is still like current, because it's nothing current that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the childhood toys that I had and showing you examples that I still have or things that resemble them. So have fun with this trip down memory lane. Wishing you a very nice Christmas Eve and see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello everyone, Lau here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is more kind of a toy related video again, but I want to actually take a trip down memory lane with you. This video is going to feature my childhood toys, and I thought that might be interesting for some of you as well, because maybe you recognize some of the stuff you had as well, or you had completely different things. And I'm not sure how long this will take, because I'm talking always a lot and I have a lot of different things to show you. Different toy lines, girls' toys, boys' toys, like very different things. I can definitely tell you that there won't be any Star Wars in here, because I didn't know Star Wars when I was a child. I got to know Star Wars when I was 14, when the prequels were in the cinema, episode 2. And if this video is going to take too long, then I maybe put it in 2 different parts. When you were watching the video, then you probably know if it says part 1, then it's a 2-part video. If not, then I was okay with the length. Let's start with it. I'm really excited because I gathered together everything that I still had. There are also things obviously that I do not have anymore, which I just might talk a little bit about. Let's start. Let's start with my oldest toy. Ta-da! This is Hobby. My favorite plush toy, my favorite toy overall. I always had him with me on vacation, and he's still sitting on my bed till this day. You have to know that I'm born in 1988 in the eastern part of Germany, Eastern Berlin, meaning the former GDR. I got him when I was maybe half a year old from my grandparents. I had two grandparents, different, and these were the ones we were not visiting very often, so every now and then when we saw them, they gave me a plush toy, always a bunny, and this was my first, and I love him. He's probably just a generic rainbow bunny. He was washed very, very often, so that's why he's not as pink as he used to be. He used to be very pink, but you can still see it, and the rainbow in his ears and on his belly. The tag is not pretty much not existing anymore, and he's like the only plush toy I still have from my childhood, like really, really early childhood. And I also don't collect plush toy. I love them, but it's like very, they are big and they take up a lot of space. That's why I'm more focusing on other vintage toys collecting wise nowadays. But I would never throw him away or give him away. He's basically, in terms of, if you think of Toy Story, the main important toys for Andy or so, Hoppy is my Woody, so love him. Let's put him here. Here. Yeah. One of the earliest memories I have going to the toy store and getting myself toys, or asking my parents to get toys, they were actually dinosaur toys. Yes. Being a child from late 80s, early 90s, even before Jurassic Park was a thing, dinosaurs were everywhere. And I used to get these smaller rubber or vinyl, whatever, dinosaurs. I have a very clear memory of getting some of them. I also know that my very first coloring book, I don't have that anymore, but was a dinosaur coloring book, and I knew all the names by heart, probably before I was able to speak. I mean, not really, but my parents still say until this day that I could say all the dinosaur names better than I was able to speak proper German. So probably knew the name Parasaurolophus before I could speak Doppelstockbett or something, you know. These 3 dinosaurs are my real childhood dinosaurs, like 3 of the bigger ones that have survived. And this one, let's put it in the middle, was my favorite. She was called, I called her Rosi. It's a Parasaurolophus, and I got her when we visited the Berlin Museum of Natural History, which has a lot of dinosaur skeletons. And in the museum shop I got her, and I got this book. I was probably very, very young, like 2 years old or something around that time. I was really into dinosaurs. I love to watch In Land Before Time. I never watched Jurassic Park because I was too young, even though in 1993 I was 4 years old, but that was still too young. I would have been scared to death. I remember my parents going to the cinema and my older sister like babysitting me that day when they went to watch Jurassic Park, because I knew they were watching a dinosaur movie, but God bless, I didn't watch it back then because I was already super scared with some of these pictures in here, drawings. Let's find one which I was super scared of. For example, this one of the Allosaurus. I always skip that page. And also the T-Rex one, where is it? So scared of this picture. I always skip the pages, but yeah, these were my dinosaurs, and I love to play. I had a lot big herd of dinosaurs, smaller ones, bigger ones. I got some at the flea market, some new, and I can also insert a photo where you can see some of them lying in the background. You can see these 2, whereas this one was actually like originally gray, light gray, dark gray. At some point I colored it black or dark brown. See the picture? Yeah. So dinosaurs were like a huge thing in my life. I still collect dinosaur. That's what dinosaur toys. That's why I have them again at home. I try to get really realistic looking ones, like the ones from Schleich, or I try to get more of the vintage Jurassic Park ones, which I never had because I wasn't into Jurassic Park. I didn't know that, or I was probably too scared of that whole franchise. But I love dinosaurs. Like the very first thing I said about what do I want to become when I'm big, then I always said I want to become a Dinosaurier-Knochenausbuddler. So meaning like a dinosaur bone digger, so meaning a paleontologist. I didn't become that, but still super interested in dinosaurs, still loving the whole Jurassic Park and World franchise. If you want to have like a separate video about me and dinosaurs and Jurassic Park and my toys, let me know. Maybe that's something that I can do, because I've never talked about that on the channel before. These guys. So another toy line that I was playing with a lot around the same time when I was really young, from maybe an age of 1 year, 2 years, up until maybe I was 5 or something, were My Little Pony. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da, there it is. There you have it. That's where my obsession with the ponies started. I don't have any of my childhood ponies anymore. They somehow got lost when I gave them to my nieces. I have 3 younger nieces, and they moved a lot, and I guess in that whole thing they got lost and they got thrown away, or never could find that out. These are some that I got back that I know I had as a child. I remember that this was my favorite, this Baby Night song. I remember getting this new on card, and I guess the cardboard had an image of those ponies, they are called Starlight baby ponies. They're a Europe exclusive set, and like they were pictured sitting in the clouds, in the sky, and I never knew when I was young that they were actually called My Little Pony or Mein kleines Pony in German. From the picture of that card, I guess they were living in the sky, and that's why I called them Himmelsponies. So sky ponies. So they were always my sky ponies, Himmelsponies. I had about maybe 10 or so. I didn't have a huge collection. Like probably this one was my first, I think. And I definitely remember going to the toy store, being able to like choose one toy as a reward for being like brave at the doctors or having good behavior at the dentist. And I remember choosing this one, and this became my very favorite pony. It's Half Note from the Rock and Beat Pony series, and it totally makes sense. She came out in 1990 and born in 1988. At that time, Germany was already reunited, so we were able to get toys from like the western part of the world, so to say. And this one's also from that year, or even from a year earlier, 1998, 89, sorry, 89. So that absolutely makes sense. This was my favorite. She's still my favorite until this day. I gave her the name Rock Lady because I didn't know they had actual names, and Half Note, I have no idea how she was called in German. Like she is like my favorite pony concerning sentimental reasons, obviously, but also aesthetic reasons. She is so beautiful, she's so vibrant, she is gorgeous. She came with a brush in the shape of an electric guitar. She will always be my favorite. I definitely remember that I had also this one. This is Talk a Lot. She is a talking pony. I remember that I got her at a flea market because I didn't get many of my ponies new. Already back then we were going to the flea market, and I remember her. I remember getting her from my grandparents when we were on vacation on the flea market. I also had this one, which is Baby Soft Steps from the Baby Ballerina ponies with these movable legs. I remember having two from the Euro exclusive school time ponies. I have this one, which is sports time, and I also had music time, the yellow one with the purple mane and with the triangular music instrument as her cutie mark. But I also had ponies which I was not able to get back yet, because some of them are nowadays really expensive. I, for example, had one of the roller skate ponies. I had Jessie, the yellow one. I had Fleecy and Woolly. They were from the Baby Pony and Pretty Parts, which I have another set of, which I can show you. They always had like one baby pony and one other animal. I got these for a freaking good deal. But I had Fleecy and Woolly was a little sheep. I have proof of having them because I got them for my second birthday, and there are photos still of my second birthday where I'm holding them in my hands. See the picture? And I also have a very cute photo of me holding my Rock Lady, my Half Note. See picture. It was my favorite of all of my ponies. I also had Moon Jumper, which is the rarest one of the Winnie Wing ponies, which were like baby-sized ponies, but with basically butterfly wings. Moon Jumper now is the most expensive and was like the rarest one of this whole set, so I don't have that one. And I stopped being interested in ponies maybe from around when I started getting into school, I think, and I started collecting ponies around 2014 or 13 again. So here is my Generation 1 pony collection. You can see it a little bit. I'm also now then buying some other ponies, some newer ones, which are then around here right now. Yeah. Alright. Let's get to another toy line which I'm collecting nowadays. But again, same as my ponies, none of my childhood ones did survive, and it is Polly Pocket. I did not have a lot of Polly Pockets. When I think about it, I think I had around 5 sets of Polly Pockets, and unfortunately I do not have any of these sets back because Polly Pockets is so freaking expensive. Some of my Polly Pockets from my today's collection are actually super gifted to me from friends or from family. So yeah, but unfortunately none of my childhood ones. But I had one which looked exactly like this from the outside. This from the inside is something else. This is Zoo World. Mine was the Party Time Surprise, which was themed around the birthday. Polly Pocket's birthday with a present and with a like you could open up the present. There was a teddy bear inside, very cute, but looked exactly the same from the outside. I had a heart-shaped one, not this one, but let's just show this one to you. This is another heart. Mine was yellow and it was like a babysitting theme, strolling baby. This one, okay, let's take some of the polys out here. Whoops. This one is more like a dog sitting one or dog grooming shop one. Very cute. You can see that these are all like more like really compact. You don't see from the outside what's inside. And then when you open it up, it shows a whole world or a scenery. But there were also polys which showed already from the outside, like this, what you could expect from it, like this house, these houses. This one is the elephant house. You can open it up. I did not have the elephant house, but I had a set called the Ski Lodge, which was like winter themed, with snow and ice, and inside like a fireplace and a warm bed. Really cute, really nice pastel colors from the outside. I just wanted to show you like the differences and a compact and a Polly Pocket house. I also had a Polly Pocket like bus, a camper, the stable on the go, because it could carry horses. And I don't have that one, but I have the polys from that set. This was one of the horses. Another one of the horses. And very special, a Polly Pocket that could make like move the legs, so it could sit on the horse. So this is the only part of Polly Pocket things that I had as a child, like these dolls. I also had a water play set of Polly Pocket, which was this turquoise shell that you could open up the water in. Then it was like a water park with a water slide where you could have a bubble bath. This one is another water toy or water Polly Pocket, where you also could fill in water in this water tub here. But it's different, like mine could really open up like this, then it made a clicking noise, and then you had all that water in here, like a huge water park. I can show you a photo of some of my old Polly Pockets lying way in the background. Maybe you can see what I mean. If you know that these are Polly Pockets, then you can identify that these are Polly Pockets. Get to another boys toy line that I played with a lot, and these are cars. I used to say they are Matchbox, but they were not all Matchbox, but some of them were. These are my original Matchbox, so my original cars from my childhood. I know that these three are real Matchbox, and from the dates at the, like, when you read there's a date, it says 1986, which means they are from before I was born, so I didn't get them new. I probably either they were already like in my family, or like I got them from relatives from the western part of Germany, or on flea markets. I don't know, I love this this garbage truck because it had this feature that it would open up here, or you could open it up when you put something inside and you could really pull the garbage out. This one was my favorite, this Splish Splash car. Some of them don't have any kind of marking, all these race cars here, so they are not Matchbox, they're like something else, but they're really fast. Like, by the way, I also had a huge car park, a playset, together with a car wash, I think, around this size, with like 3 levels, with a corkscrew slide for the cars like to go down, and a small elevator to get to the other levels for the cars. And like at the first level there was a car wash with like brushes, and I often played with that and with them. I have no attachment to cars nowadays, actually. I mean, to like cars around. I don't have a driver's license at all, so but I used to play with them. This one is also cute, this kind of beetle one. And some of them are also Hot Wheels, which I didn't know. I just checked the bottom, and it seems these 3, this one was one of my favorites because of the cool color scheme. These were Hot Wheels, like early Hot Wheels, so 93 and 95. So, but I just always said Matchbox. I don't have them at home anymore. They are with my niece, and she's also played with them from time to time, so that's absolutely okay. I just borrowed them for today's video. Okay, let's discuss some honorable mentions, which I cannot show you any examples of, but I still want to mention them because they also played a part in my childhood. And these were, first of all, Lego. I played a lot with Lego, especially like the generic colorful Lego bricks in those like huge boxes. But I also had some play sets. I had, I think, a surf school, and I had an ice wagon, all very like tropical themed. But I also had a castle with like knights and horses and a dragon. I also found a photo of this in my childhood room, but I'm not collecting any Lego. I don't like the look of Lego, like as a collectible, it says. I'm really into doing it. I'm doing it together with my nieces sometimes, but yeah, that's why I cannot show you any examples. Another thing which was probably the very first thing I really collected were Smurfs. I like to watch the Smurfs cartoon, and one day I saw that there are these, I don't know, this size Smurf figurines out, and I started picking them up whenever we were in this one shopping center, and where there was a toy store, and this toy store had a huge Smurfs display very at the front, and I always got 1 or 2, and then my collection grew until I also had like a whole Smurf village with these mushroom houses and with Gargamels windmill, but I gave them away, and I'm not sad about this because this is nothing that I want to have. I have some pictures that I can show you. Let's talk a little bit about dolls. I I'm a girl, of course I had dolls. I also had baby dolls. For example, I had a baby born. I know that I got one for Christmas. I also had like a huge like standing doll which could talk one or two phrases, like with a like little disc in the back. But I actually was never like a doll mom, you know. I never was into that mother-child doll play. Like big dolls weren't a thing for me. I'm also not collecting dolls nowadays. But let's jump into some other kind of dolls which I actually really liked. And they have to do with this. This was my Barbie clothes storing box. You see, it looks like a wardrobe with clothes. I think it's not originally from Barbie, but I had a huge Barbie collection. Like really, I had a huge box with like at the end maybe around 20-25 Barbies. Let's open this one up and see what's inside. Here are 3 of my original childhood Barbies that have survived. Only these 3 have survived. And also some clothes inside. Let's start with this girl. She is the gymnast Barbie from 1993, I think. Yeah, this is also her original outfit, but she came with a pink long leggings, and this was originally like long sleeve. She also came with a sports bag and lots of accessories, and she did not have this purple hair. I don't know what my niece did. Looks cute, but she was just blonde. And I really like those kind of Barbies with these lots of points of articulation. So they were really good to put on a horse, because I had also a lot of Barbie horses. I was a horse girl in general. I really like to started with ponies, then with Barbie horses. I also used to go horse riding, used to go on my vacation on horse riding camps, stuff like that. That was my thing. So I had a lot of Barbie horses, Barbie horse stable, different things. I also had a Barbie horse, or Barbie riding Barbie, whatever she was called. This is the outfit, which is still there. She probably didn't survive. This was the only Ken that I had. He also has these special like articulation. Here you can see these. He can also like do the legs like this, because he was the hot skating Ken. So he came with roller skates and with ice skates. This is not the original outfit though. He had a very like a body like this one, very slim, slender, very hot. But I remember getting this outfit for him as well. This was more like a snowboarding outfit, I guess. And I mean, look at these colors, look at these neon colors. No wonder I love like neon stuff when I grew up with neon ponies and neon Barbies. So I did not only have like real Barbies, but also those knockoff Barbies. So I had a lot of Steffis, and also like this one is a Petra. So they look pretty much the same, just were produced by another company. Maybe the face was a little bit different. But I know that this outfit didn't came with this Petra. This outfit came with the hair. Oh my gosh, what was she called? Cut and Style, I think. Cut and Style Barbie, which she had like Velcro in the back that you could put some hair extensions for her and then also cut her. This was her. This was the outfit. I also had the totally hair Barbie with this hairstyling gel for the front. I had the jewel hair mermaid. So I had a lot of Barbies which had like super long hair. So I was always into doing stuff with hair. I still love toys with brushable hair. So let's have a look at some of the other clothes. I know that this is a Barbie dress. Of course, I also got a lot of like just Barbie clothes without the dolls to exchange that. This came with a very simple Barbie, I know that, but inside, for some of them, it says genuine Barbie. It says genuine Barbie here. That's where I see I also definitely had original, real Barbie stuff. This doesn't look like Barbie, but it's a knee-length skirt, I can remember. This came with a Steffi, I remember that. It was a set of, I think, a skirt, a mini skirt or trousers in the same cool material. This is a wedding dress. And here's some kind of, I don't know, fantasy fairy tale dress. This box is usually filled up to the brim with Barbie clothes from my nieces, because this one is also not in my possession anymore. This went to my nieces, and they, of course, they got Barbie clothes when they were kids, or because one of my nieces now isn't a kid anymore. She's also already 22. Oh, right? I always forget. And my other niece Mareike, she is 12, and oops. Sometimes she still plays with them, so isn't that cute? But I'm not a Barbie collector either, so no dolls, no Barbies. But I like the look of the 80s and 90s Barbies. Pretty spot on. I can definitely insert a picture of me getting my my gymnast Barbie for Christmas. And I also know that I had like different sized Barbie dolls. I had one Skipper, and I had 1 or 2 Shelleys, which were the very small sisters of Barbie. Yeah. Okay, everyone. If you see this footage, then I probably decided to cut the video into 2 parts, as it went too long. So I hope you had fun with this first part of my seeing my childhood toys, talking a little bit about childhood memories, what toy lines was I into and stuff like that. And yeah, be prepared for the next part, which I will probably then upload in like a few days. Until then, see you real soon, and may the force be with you. Bye!